Deck rebuild from hell.
This project started when my neighbour Rob asked me if I wanted the old decking boards from below his pergola, as they are in really good condition. Immediately my lazy procrastinating brain thought, holy crap, that's a lot of work, ripping up my old deck and laying down the new one. I'll need to think it over. The next day my practical tight-ass brain thought, the deck's just about ready for demolition and the replacement is free except for my hard work. I'll take it. I was still dreading the enormous amount of work ahead of me, knowing that I'd recently replaced a lot of the old rusted out nails with screws, and even worse, I put wood filler in the screw heads of a lot of them. What was I thinking? With some moral support from Izzy and Angie, I set to work. I didn't decide to start filming this project until I was a weekend and a bit into it. Every 2 boards takes me about an hour to remove them and then replace them with the second-hand ones. Sparks come off the head of the screw. It's literally shattering. Some come out alright. And another one bites the dust. That's why I put screws in it a year or 2 ago. That's what's left of the original 20-year-old nails. Look at that. Oh, that's the gap at the other end. There we go. Solved. I prefer to pre-drill the screw holes to prevent splitting, because even when using these self-drilling screws, this pre-aged decking had a tendency to split near the screw head. Keep your spacing consistent. Since these boards are aged and sealed, there should be very little shrinkage. So I left a small gap between each board to assist with drainage. How do we go at this end? That's not bad. In the words of Dad, blind man on a galloping horse wouldn't notice that. Of course, the question remains, what do I do with the old deck? Treated pine can't be burnt. I eventually filled the trailer till it was slightly overflowing. It cost me just under $80 to dump the old timber at the local tip. Money well spent. Progress is being made, apart from a small hitch. The plumbing has become separated. This sort of explains why the foundations have been undermined from the overflow from that disconnection. Goes in. You just got to knock and put a hole in the pipe with this. It'll make more work. And there's your problem. Not one fucking drop goes in the pipe when it's under pressure. Just had a downpour and literally no water made it into that pipe. So that's why it's been pooling around the foundation. Ah, that's right, I've got that stupid plumbing thing to fix up. After an hour of digging and swearing, I've managed to find another join. So we should be able to whack another bit of pipe in a bit easier now with 2 points to join into. Just got to sponge up the mud. So we joined a new section into the old joins there. New bit there, there's our support mechanism while the glue goes off. Job done. Cement underneath the pipe so it won't do what it did last time and settle. It's already, soil's already settled, so the cement should lock it in. I ended up 11 lengths of decking short, so I didn't hesitate to go and buy some new timber to finish the job. After several weekends of hard slog, there's no way I was going to do half a job. So the final part of the process is to clean up the deck, give it a bit of wet and dry. I'm using 80 grit. To retain my sanity, I eventually decided to use an electric sander. I was reluctant to use it as a lot of the boards have cupped, and I knew this sander would take too much paint off the edges of the boards. To finish the job before I was old enough to retire, I used it anyway. Just use a damp cloth to wash off all the grit you just created. I'm just using a mixture of sand and paint. The internet will give you all sorts of ratios for this, but the sand will sink to the bottom and it won't matter what ratio it is, so just when you wet up your brush, dig a bit of sand onto it and try and get it even on the boards. So finally, painted on the deck. And just adjust the amount of sand you get on the brush, you can sort of get an idea how much is going on. I don't know if you can see that. Of course, the reason for the sand in the stain is because we're around a pool and it'll give the kids better grip when they're running on the deck. Pool needs a bit of a clean, by the way. And if they fall on the deck, they're going to need a band-aid. So I've changed the way I've applied the sand. It's the feeding the chooks method now. Chook, chook, chook. Don't need much. And just paint it in so the sand's sealed into the paint. Seems to come out better, and it's, you don't end up with a tray full of sand you're trying to get up on the brush. And the sand I'm using is just play sand that I ran through a kitchen sieve. Of course, you can either call the chooks or just throw it on. You chook, chook, chook. And yes, I am quite mad. So the deck project is finally finished. I decided to do the steps. I had enough short timber left over to finish the job. Come up pretty good. Something's already crapped on it. Somebody's already dumped some rubbish on it. Apart from that, looks pretty good. Now I've just got to clean the pool.